this has been going on the entire night. Like, they were awake the entire night. And at around 5, as the sun was coming up, I just heard like a loud gunshot, and the next thing I knew, like many, like hundreds of people were just like running down the streets, screaming, crying. A couple even like went and knocked on our door, like rang our doorbell.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This house, they always have parties. There's like cars parked up and down, but it hasn't been like this extreme before. It was really, really scary. Like the fact that like I live right here and the house right beside me, someone had a gun in it. They could have come shut my window, or like come into my backyard. Like, it was really scary.
This was a shooting in the nice part of town, actually the nicest part of town, the Bridle Path. Shootings can happen anywhere, and one happened here on this long civic weekend in August. Caravana is on downtown and the OVO Fest is happening, but who would ever thought that the gunfire would happen up north here? It's happened. Now, police are looking into what did transpire here. There was somebody taken to hospital. The question is, who's behind the shooting? And the neighbors were witnesses to some of the action here.
That's true. It's been going on for about 2 years every weekend. There are parties through, and we investigated. We didn't know why, because the owner, I know the owner, but they've been, I guess, out of country for the last few years. In spite of that, still people are coming and going on the weekends, and we figured out we found it out on the Airbnb website.
They have parties. They're very noisy. They sometimes they're quiet. Sometimes there's a few people. Sometimes there's 20 or 30 people. Last night, apparently, there was a lot of young people. They better not tamper with me, because I would confront them.
It's amazing how quickly a beautiful part of town can turn into a major crime scene, and you can see, yes, there's mansions and manicured lawns and all the like of that, but you can also see the beer bottles and booze bottles and Popeyes, packaging thrown and strewn about everywhere around here. This was a frantic scene. This was a crime scene. The question is about who owns the house and how these people came about being here. And we're told that it was Airbnb that rented it out, and this is a common problem that people have put up with. And neighbors have said they've complained to Airbnb, they've complained to the police, they've complained to the city and city council, and nothing has happened. Maybe now, with a shooting here on the Bridle Path, somebody will pay attention. This is Joe Warmington.